Y'all ever heard of Pavlov's dog? And if you haven't heard of him, basically Pavlov had a dog, and he gave his dog food, but he rang his little bell every time. Well, every time the dog got the food, he salivated, heard the bell, and sooner or later he started associated with food, bell, saliva, and that's what's called Pavlov's dog. Well, Chris, why are you bringing it up today? Because we have this little thing that we carry around with us. That's Pavlov. That's the bell, actually. And you hear that bell, instead of saliva, and you jerk that head. You look at that. You look at that notification. I've caught myself doing it. I'll be sitting there driving along. I hear it, and I just want to look at it so bad. Yeah, fight that. Fight it. That phone, that notification is costing you money. What do you mean? Well, you ever got on that damn thing, and all of a sudden you got 20, 30 minutes gone? That's right. You got to turn it off, or even it rings. God test me some days when I get phone call after phone call after phone call. Now that's the way it used to be, but it ain't the way today. And that day I switched it off to do not disturb, and I have somebody else answer the phone. It's nerve wracking. It is. You're turning that over to somebody else. You don't know how they're going to answer. You got to have faith and you got to have training involved. You just don't do it. But gosh dang, it's bad. And I thought the phone ringing. Actually, I get joy out of the phone not ringing. It's that email probably gets me up more than anything. I just want to look at email, and I don't know why. I broke myself of it, but it took a good month or so. It does. You think about it. The email situation is information coming in. Not always is a call. Could be a friend, could be a lead, it could be a lot of things. But that the way I look at email is coming in as a source of information. And I think if I'm not checking it, I'm missing out on something. The fear of missing out, as they call it FOMO, and that happens. And those Facebook guys out there, the YouTube, all those people who are designed the apps, the TikTok, I guess, is probably one of the worst. And but they designed that stuff to distract us and keep us. Well, they make money by eyeballs. The more eyeballs you have on it, the better they are. But you don't make money watching that stuff. You make money by thinking. You make money by quoting. You make money by doing, and you make money by invoicing. If that starts distracting you, you don't have the systems in place, whatever it is, you got to find some way to turn it off, shut it down, create yourself a window. And I know it's scary. Like I said, there's days I get twinges now. And poor Crystal, I'll ask her a question. I say, "What happened? Tell me." And that's bad too, because you got to depend on Crystal to do what your Crystal, your office manager, your people. You got to have trust that they're going to take care of you and the business. And matter of fact, they're going to do a better job than you are because you got to think big picture. Don't get caught up in that day to day stuff. That's what that phone's happening. It's almost satisfying. And what you got to do is you got to put it on do not disturb. I got it on do not disturb now, and it's I say actually peaceful. Peaceful in the fact that you know it's going to be getting taken care of. You don't have to worry about calling somebody back. You got to train those people. One time, uh, this is a long time ago, I was in sales, and I had this customer call me all the time. I went to customer service. I said, "Listen, I'm going to ignore this call, but I expect you to call them back. And here's what's going to happen." I told him. I said, "Over the course of about 2 or 3 weeks, they're going to get the idea that Chris is not answering the phone, but you've taken care of them. They're going to start calling you like they're supposed to." That's the same way with you today. If people realize you're not going to answer the phone, even the telemarketers, when they think they're going to hear my voice and they hear Missouri Barn Builders, what happens? They hang up. It's a wonderful thing. They think they either got a wrong number. Who knows? I don't care. They didn't talk to me. My time is not wasted. Enough said. The other part of that phone is you got to train your people, not your people, your clients. I get text and email sometimes. I ignore them because I know better. But I got one a week ago at 10:30 in the evening on a Sunday. Somebody wants something. You think I'm texting them back? Hell no. What's that mean? Because I'm approving what they've already agreed. I'm letting them into my time. And when you do it, you let them in your time. And that's BS because we work just like they do. That's right. We have a business. Now, you might want to accommodate some of those things. Maybe work past 5. That's your business. You do as you wish. But when you're closed, you're closed. That's the way it needs to be. If they want to contact you, they'll learn. Well, he didn't reply. I got to call him during the time it is. Y'all got your Google business profile, all that stuff. Why do you think they put times on that thing? So you can tell people when you're closed, when you're open. Google even tells you. Well, you ever went to a store and it says they'll be closed within 10 minutes and you're 20 minutes away? Well, just save yourself some time. But the point being is you have to set boundaries. Everybody's boundaries are different. Do you want to take calls after 5? You do it. But you set a time that you're not going to take calls. Hell, I hope it ain't 10:30 in the evening. That's the way it should be. You got a lot of apps on that smartphone. Organize them. My grandchildren get them. They got their own folder. I don't want those damn games anywhere near me. It's in a damn folder. But same way with, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Put them things somewhere where you can't see them. Put the apps that are most important to you. A lot of systems that you have, business systems, have apps. Matter of fact, they run better than on the computer sometimes. Have it organized where it's there, where you can see it. We talk about KPIs. There's a lot of KPIs we can create, and you just check your phone, look for them. That's another story for another time. But use that phone wisely. Chris, should I turn it off all the time? I said, no, because you got to watch Hard Hat the CEO on YouTube. But the point being is you don't have to watch it during the day. I might broadcast during the day because my time is my time. But this is a recording. You can listen to time you want. Listen to it at night when you want to wind down or whatever it is. Listen to it in the morning when you're bored, having your coffee. Chris G's on the line. But you listen to him, but don't get caught up in Chris G's notifications. I'd love you to, but practice what I preach. Do what I say because it's just a distraction. Because you listen to me, you're going to listen to somebody else. And you do it enough times, you're going to waste your time. Talked about setting up the windows. Talked about setting up your own time when you're available. Talked about putting things away when it should be time for you to scroll and time for you not to scroll. I talked about turning do not disturb on, letting somebody handle your own calls. Think about it. Imagine freeing up, hell, it could be 10 hours. I'm on the phone for 45 minutes sometimes. How many calls it take to get 10 hours there? You could free up 10 hours a week just by avoiding the phone and focusing that 10 hours on your business. If there's little fires put out, focus that time on putting the fires out that way and make it a procedure so it don't happen again. Whatever it is, think about it to free up your time. I do have a program that I call my 30-day turnaround. Within 30 days, we get you 10 hours a week back. Could you imagine if you had 40 hours? What would that mean to your business? What would that mean to your people? I talked to somebody the other day. I said, a client, I said, how much you working? 40 plus. Uh-huh. Well, next question was, I said, are you getting paid? Because I was afraid he was not paying himself. He is paying himself. That's good. But 40 hours plus, that's just like a damn job. And you started this company, why? To be free. So if you're interested in the 30-day turnaround, then hit the link below. There'll be a link. Also, if you need support, stay away from it. And I'm talking about Facebook. That's right. You can't get on a Facebook group. Get on after work, though. Talk to the guys there. But obviously, if you have a question, get on a Facebook group and they can help you out and give you support.